I want you to notice, man, that when you do apply discipline, it doesn't just fulfill you on a personal level, okay? Something deep is going on there, man. Something deeper is happening. The way I would put it is this: what comes through you when you've meditated, worked out, and had a cold shower, and then are looking at yourself in the mirror like, a samurai? What is coming through there? What is present there when that's happening? Dude, it's your higher self, okay? And to feel your higher self is so satisfying, man. A lot of people might interpret this experience of, being self-disciplined and then feeling awesome as like, oh, I feel great. That's me that's doing this. But honestly, man, if you're very conscious and like subtle in your perception, one thing you can come to appreciate is that it's the thing beyond you that is feeling awesome. It's your consciousness that's coming out to play. It's not just that you feel personally rewarded by the self-discipline, man. No, dude, understand this, man. When you move out of your own way, oh my God, the universe comes through you, man, okay? And when the universe is coming through you, dude, you can't help but feel satisfied. You can't help but feel like, man, today has been one of the best days in ages. And if a person isn't very conscious, then they're not going to really appreciate this. Okay, it's the conscious person that appreciates this, because the conscious person, what they've done, the work that they've done on themselves, is they've opened up other possibilities. They've maybe even shifted their paradigm so that they see the world through the lens of everything is consciousness, or through a non-dual lens, or through a oneness lens, or whatever lens you want to take, man. If it's a spiritual lens, you're going to be seeing some cool stuff. And what's really important for these lenses, by the way, whichever one you want to choose, is that the build and the structure of them is such that you can see a lot more than you normally would. But even if you haven't had any big shifts or awakenings, or you haven't changed this lens to a really cool, powerful spiritual one, within you, man, the cool thing about being a human being is within you, you have intuition. And this means, years before you start spiritually awakening properly and, properly pursuing the spiritual work, and have known for a while now, that there's something to self-discipline where something higher comes through. And with intuition, the thing with it is it just pulls you towards things that make you more conscious. It's almost like God leaving kind of breadcrumbs for you in the form of, certain pulls towards certain things, man. And listen, what are we even doing when we're being self-disciplined? Well, what we're doing is we're moving out of our own way, which is one of the most spiritually significant things that you can do, brother. Because if you really think about it, man, what are you trying to always do? You're trying to move your ego out of your way so that you can come through, so that you can live your life. And notice what's crazy is that I'm speaking to the God within you, this true self of yours, the higher self within you. Notice, it's so much more accessible when you've moved your ego out of the way. Oh my God, it's so much more accessible, man, because you've made the smart move, man. Self-discipline is a smart, intelligent, spiritual move because, of course, you move yourself out of your way. So this is why, dude, for years, I've always perceived and framed going to the gym or working out as a pretty spiritual thing, because I know what I'm doing there. I know that the guy who leaves the gym is a lot more conscious, has a lot more higher self within him. I know this, and I'm going to respect this by continuing to train. And training, have you ever thought about that, man? What is training? When people speak of training, understand this. They are always training their mind. Even if they're doing physical training, it's always mental training. And, we could say that's for two reasons. One of those deep reasons is because everything is mind. Maybe you've heard a spiritual teacher say this before. Maybe you've had a sense that reality is made up of something more than, what you've been told to believe or you've been programmed with. Maybe it's consciousness. Maybe it's something metaphysical. If everything is made out of mind, when you are training your body, you are also training your mind. And yes, I mean that in like the mental sense, but also mind with a capital M. So you are training the kind of higher part of you as you do your training, because you can't not. Because training, this thing called training, is happening within reality. And reality is irreducibly consciousness. You can't reduce reality to anything other than that. And that is not a belief, dude. Because if that was a belief of ours, and we were stuck on that level of belief, man, we'd be fooling ourselves so hard. We'd be really ignorant, man, because we'd just be believing another story, which happens to be a spiritual story, but it's still a story. And, don't worry too much, brother, if you do take it on as a belief at first. That's what happens, man. When you learn this stuff, when you start to go really deep with the spiritual work, you'll hear a lot of stuff, and you want it to be true for you, but to begin with, you'll need to kind of accept it into reality. And, how you will do that will probably be through belief. And that's okay, man. The point here is to be aware of this and then to get enough direct experience of the thing you're trying to awaken to so that you can let go of the story or the belief. Anyway, dude, what I'm going to leave you with is this. Start to become aware of what it feels like to have your higher self come through you. Because when you know what that's like, when you know what it feels like to be conscious, you can better appreciate what I'm pointing to here when I say, dude, get your self-discipline on, because you're going to feel a lot more conscious in your experience. You're going to feel a lot less ego because you've actually worked to go beyond it and to let something else come through. And if nothing else, dude, just go within yourself and listen to the truest, deepest voice that you have within you, and just gently ask yourself, should I be self-disciplined? Should I be more self-disciplined? Is that what I need to do? And I want you to hear the whisper, God's whisper, back to you, which says, yes, dude, yes. Most people, man, they can't hear that whisper. They never even ask. They never go to their own intuition, their own true self. They never ask deep questions like this. You can. It's going to do it for you, man. It's going to help you build out that life of yours. It's going to help you build your vision and live into your dream. Man, what else is there to do, brother? Other than that, okay, it should be obvious, man. We're going to wrap things up there, brother. I hope you enjoy your new lens to look at self-discipline through, the new conscious lens. If you want to make maximum use of me, I do offer coaching and mentoring. If you're interested or if you're inspired, check out the link in the description, my friend. You can see my website and you'll find a link there. Good luck, man. Take care, my friend. And as always, peace.